As you can hear, Lou Tallarico is doing an excellent job throttling the assigned risk race team. Now we come up on P16, the Euromarine race team. There's a 30-foot Chris Cat powered by three 2.4 Mercury EFI outboard motors. This boat is driven by Charlie Jelnick and throttled by Tommy Caruso. This team and crew represents the Total Yacht Sales out of Mamaroneck, New York. A great team. They've had a relatively successful 1989. A little late getting going here in 90, but now that they're out, they're having some very good runs, and they've had some great battles with the Insanity race team. Charlie Jelnick, Tommy Caruso doing a great job, and of course their crew chief, Jeff DiMartino, helping out with rigging and some of the wiring for the Total Yacht Sales race team. It's certainly a pleasure having DiMartino back on the APBA circuit. After a near fatal accident last year, he's back and doing very well, joining the Euromarine race team. It's a pleasure to have him back with Jelnick and Caruso. But right now the story is Jelnick and Caruso, and they're having a very good run in the Euromarine special race boat. Pro Stock, also a very tough class. You already saw Carmen and Riley in Metro 1 and the entire new family in Insanity. And now we're on the other boat who is certainly a key player in the Pro Stock division, Charlie Jelnick's Euromarine race team. As this race begins to come past the halfway point, we wish Charlie Jelnick, Tommy Caruso of the Euromarine race team all the best here today in Freeport, New York. Now we come up on a picture of domination. B6, the Fever race team. There's a 28-foot all-yellow Manta powered by two 550-horsepower Zool inboard racing motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and throttled by Joe Latona of North Merrick, New York. Driving today, we've got Joe Scrow from Brooklyn, and your navigator is James McElhatton, also from Brooklyn. What more can we say? The Fever race team, they have dominated the past 2 years on the APBA circuit. They're a strong boat with a very strong team, and they've been together for many years now. This is a true picture of dominance and consistency in offshore racing. Fever race team. And just yesterday, our head cameraman and executive producer, Jeff Girardi, from the Freeze Frame race team fame, went for a ride in the Fever race team, sitting where James McElhatton is sitting right now. And he firsthand got to experience the awesome power and speed that the Fever race team displays on the race course. While he was in the boat, they were running in speeds of 95 miles per hour, and that is extremely fast. That is why the Fever race team, headed by Latona and Scrow, dominate B-class on the APBA circuit. From Freeport, New York, it's the Fever Race Team. There you see some good jumps right there by Fever. They're on the rough part of the race course, probably the roughest leg that we have here today off Freeport, and they're doing very well. So much experience and confidence displayed with the crew of the Fever Race Team, and they have all the victories to back up everything that they've done. True champions in the Northeast Division on the APBA circuit, the Fever Race Team. Fever having a very fine run here today at Freeport. And from Fever, now we come up to a very strong running B-boat also. It's B88, the Rare Breed Race Team. This is a 32-foot Tempest DV racing hull powered by two Chevrolet inboard motors with Merc Cruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and driven by William J. Gifford from Abbotston, New Jersey. Throttling today, we've got Bill Gifford Jr., and navigating is Fred Field from Ventnor, New Jersey, the Rare Breed Race Team. And they're locked in a very fierce battle right now with Fever. We're very happy about bringing you the Rare Breed Race Team. They've had a very good 1990 campaign, so much in fact that they are leading in points in the Northeast Division of the APBA national level. So they're very excited about that. They've had a great 90 campaign so far, and they'd certainly like to add to it with a strong performance here today in Freeport. And right now they're doing just that. They're locked in a very fierce battle with Fever, but they are holding off Jaws Lady L, who is in second place in the national points battle, which they could certainly use some points here today, and B52 is in that pack. But Rare Breed enjoying a very fine run. The crew of Gifford and Field doing a great job. From Freeport, New York, it's the Rare Breed Race Team. Bill Gifford Jr. doing a great job on the throttles for Rare Breed. Now we come up on C9, the Hydra Bandit race team. There's a 36-foot Hydratech racing boat powered by two 550 horsepower Bandit inboard racing motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned, throttled, and driven by Vince Guarino of Staten Island, New York, and Gregory Young from Bricktown, New Jersey is your navigator. The Hydra Bandit race team. What a year they've had. Throughout 1990, they're presently in first place in the Northeast Division on the national points level of the APBA, so they've had a very successful 1990, and today in Freeport is no different. They're presently in first place in class, and they're doing very well. They have a very comfortable lead over Phantom, Bounty Hunter, Finish Line, and Harris 777 rounding out the Sportsman C class here today. But this is a picture of a champion. He's running very well, really doing the job for 90, and he's true to form here today in Freeport. Vince Guarino's Hydra Bandit race team. Now we come up on S8, Bad Boys Racing. Excuse me, that's S9, the Bad Boys Racing team. There's a 24-foot Skater Cat powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboard motors. This boat today is running in the Pro Stock division, and it's doing quite well. This boat is owned by Angelo Morrow Jr., who is doing the throttling today. Driving is Michael Green, who is also doing the navigating. So the team of Morrow and Green making up the Bad Boys race team. And they're hanging quite well in the Pro Stock. They're running with Metro 1, Insanity, Euromarine Special, and the Equalizer, and they're doing quite well. Considering that they're normally an S boat running in the P division, they're doing very well. Angelo Morrow's Bad Boys racing team. This boat is rigged and maintained at Pro Marine. Angelo coming from Colts Neck, New York, and Mike Green coming from Bloomfield, New Jersey. As you can see, we have a nice sunny day now. The skies have cleared up. The bad weather front that they were calling for seems to be blowing towards the east of us right now, so that's good for this race right now, and things have really started to open up, and the speeds are picking up quite nicely. From Freeport, New York, it's Angelo Morrow's Bad Boys Racing Team. Now we come up on C35, the Phantom Race Team. This is a 24-foot skater cat powered by 2 Mercury outboard motors. This boat is owned and driven by Fred Kirkland of Villanova, Pennsylvania, and Tony Caligari from Merrick, New York, and Ocean Outboard fame is throttling today. The Phantom Race Team in Sportsman C. They're presently running in second place behind Hydra Bandit, who we saw earlier on, but they are holding off Bounty Hunter, Finish Line, and Harris 777 in C class. And in the front of the picture right there, ahead of Phantom, we've got the Predator Race Team. Different classes, so not a problem, but nonetheless makes for some good points of reference for the racers out here in the seas. Kirkland and Caligari enjoying a very fine run. This 24-foot skater is built for these type of racing conditions. We've got a slight chop, 2 feet if that, and this boat is doing a fine job propelling itself around this race course here today off Freeport, New York. It's Fred Kirkland's Phantom Race Team. And Fred Kirkland's having a very good run in Phantom as he's in the process of trying to track down Hydra Bandit Race Team. And on the far outside of Kirkland's Phantom Race Team, that's American Express. Different class boats, but nonetheless makes for some good imagery. Kirkland and Caligari doing a great job in Phantom. American Express going by on the outside, but a bigger boat. Keeping a nice rhythm going as they go over these waves. Great job by Caligari on the throttles. And right there we see the battle for D class. That's Predator in first place and American Express right here in your picture. So we've got a battle to the finish between these two boats. D19, the American Express Race Team. There's a 30-foot Chris Pratt powered by 2 Chevrolet inboard racing motors with Mercruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and throttled by Jimmy Cizzani of Jamestown, Rhode Island, and Lanny Dellinger, also from Jamestown, is your driver and navigator. The American Express Race Team. And what a battle they're locked in right now with Predator Race Team. You saw just several hundred yards separating these two boats between first and second place for the checkered flag in Sportsman D, and it's going right down to the wire. But the story for 1990 American Express has had an excellent campaign. On the Northeast Division of the APBA National Points, they're presently first in points. So they've had a very good 1990 campaign, and if things stay true to form, they'll have a good finish here today and maintain their points lead in the D Division on the national circuit of the Northeast Division. So locked in the battle with Predator. We're going to have to wait and see how this one unfolds. It's Jimmy Cizzani and Lanny Dellinger in the American Express Race Team. Now we come up on B85, the boat known as Jaws. This is a 29-foot Phantom Deep V racing hull powered by two 480 horsepower Mercury inboard motors with Merc Cruiser outdrives. This boat is owned and throttled by David Horstman from Hackettstown, New Jersey, and driving and navigating is Paul Smaczynski for the Jaws race team. Jaws, they're presently locked in a good battle in B class. You saw Fever and Rare Breed running 1 and 2 in B, but Jaws is maintaining a lead over Lady L and B52 for the third place position in Sportsman B. There's a new team this year, the Jaws race team, and they're enjoying some relative success on the campaign, getting a lot of experience under their belt for 90, and they certainly look forward to big things through the World Championships and into 1991. David Horstman's Jaws race team from Freeport, New York. Now we come up to A96, the Runaway race team. There's a 28-foot Runaway Deep V racing boat powered by two Mercury inboard motors with Merc drives. This boat is owned and throttled by Marty Baldwin of Fork River, New Jersey. Chuck Burke is your driver from Brick, New Jersey, and Dave Fox from Cedar Run, New Jersey is your throttle man. The Runaway race team, and they're basically running away with A division here today in Freeport. They've been leading the entire race, and they are holding off MRD. Deuces Are Wild in the Sportsman A division. They had a strong run all day. This is their first year in the 1990 campaign. They're a brand new manufacturer. This is their third race in 1990, and just recently they took a 5th place in Massachusetts to their credit already. This is a new manufacturer of boats, and they manufacture race boats as well as pleasure boats. This boat is sponsored by Shore Marine, Mercury Marine, Spectral Oil, and Fiberglass Services. Runaway, with the success that they're having here today, and with possibly a few more victories throughout 1990 into the World Championships, could really leave a good taste for them and bring them back for the 1991 campaign, and we'd certainly love to see them out here on the Northeast Division of the APBA. Marty Baldwin's Runaway race team, who's having a great day here today in Freeport, running away with the A division. Marty's doing a great job on the throttles, as you can hear right now. From Freeport, New York, it's Marty Baldwin's Runaway race team. And in the background, that's Insanity. Everyone's going all out right now, making a beeline for the finish line, because we are in the closing stages of the Freeport Grand Prix. Insanity's chasing down the News in Metro 1. And Runaway is having a strong run as they're bidding to hold off MRD and Deuces Are Wild. Having a very good run here today at Freeport, the Runaway race team. Jason, Chuck, and Tony New having a great run here today as Insanity. Things remain this way. They will be finishing up in